So I'll show you guys this just so you see how much I like this game.
Ooh.
So this is by Legs.obj. That's what they like go by for their business. I think they sent you one too, right, Jared?
Dude, I had them make us. I don't even know where it's at anymore. Oh, there it is. It's out of reach. Out of reach, but
oh, nice.
Oh, where is he? Oh, there he
is. That Legs as well, Jordan?
Huh?
Was that Legs as well?
Yeah, there's...
Oh, you guys all got one.
Yeah. This is the.
Oh, here, this would make a good picture, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Throw it up. All right, here we go.
I'm the only one without one. It's because fucking Legs to ship to me is like more than the fucking price of the
item
that they make. Yeah, shipping from the US is stupid at the minute.
Well, if we're going to the UK, I'll just smuggle one. I'll just smuggle one.
I do have one of the Dutch knives that you guys.
You did get
me.
One of those. There was only 14 of those made, and Arnold's got 2.
Oh, nice.
But this right here, this is my prize.
Ooh, nice.
This is my prized possession, signed by Arnie, my buddy.
That, Commodore.
It's the Nintendo.
Oh, Nintendo. Okay.
Yeah. To match my signed Dan Aykroyd one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the AVP Galaxy YouTube channel. As you can see, we have a couple guests with us today. Jared Gerritsen, the Chief Creative Officer for Illfonic, and Jordan Mathewson, the lead designer for Predator Hunting Grounds. Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Long time no see.
Yeah, it has been a minute. I remember we had you on, Jared, for a podcast. I think we had you on for a couple, one before the game came out, and then another after release, talking about like working with Arnold and stuff.
Yeah. I think it was just like to make sure that I was a fan too, to be cool. Yeah. I think I proved myself to you guys. I think I did.
Definitely.
Yeah. I remember that being a fun one.
This will be a fun one too.
Yeah.
Fingers
so
crossed.
you guys have taken over publishing for Predator Hunting Grounds. Tell us a little bit about that. Sony was the publisher when the game launched, but surprisingly now the game is coming to Xbox.
Yeah. We're all aware of all of the trials and tribulations of the Predator universe and world, and we weathered the storm and partnered up with Fox and Disney and got the full rights to it. And so we were able to bring it back in support. We started resupporting it 6, 8, 9 months ago. I don't even, everything's a blur.
Time's a blur.
Yeah. And with that, we opted into bringing it to Xbox. And so, yeah, we're really, really excited to be able to bring this to a completely new platform and a completely, different base of players. And yeah, it's, this has always been a labor of love. So, when we were able to do something more with it, this is exactly what we wanted to do, is bring it to Xbox, have all of the players be able to, experience the game that, the Sony players have been able to play, or the PC players have been able to play, and really just, bring even more. Because, yeah, when we launched and we first started talking with you guys, it seems like, 5 years ago? 4 or 5? I don't even know.
Release in 2020. You were showing it off in 2019. Yeah. I was just having a look at our hands-on from when I played it at Eurogamer in London, and that was end of 2019. And some of the comments were like, "Bring it out on Xbox." I haven't got a PlayStation. Right, okay, good timing. We got there.
Yeah, it definitely took a while, but we did get it there. And the best part is now there's so much content to play with versus like, oh, there's only 3 maps. There's so many maps, day and night versions, a different game mode, a ton of content. It's just going to be a really cool one. So yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting to talk to you guys. But also, we upgraded the Unreal Engine to a new version, so it's going to look different. Bring it on to a higher end, console, because we are bringing it to PlayStation 5, and so yeah, it's really exciting.
Nice. Well, we are certainly excited, and I understand you have some stuff to show us today that our viewers will probably have seen by the time this goes live. What have you got to show to us today?
We got the announced trailer, and then we'll have Jordan run the game on his side and kind of show you the bells and whistles and a new Predator.
Sweet. New Predator right with launch. I know some were thinking maybe they'd be coming later.
We are going to drop a new Predator.
Got to do something special for this one.
Oh, I wonder what Predator that could be.
Do you want to take a guess, or should we just jump into it?
Let's jump into it. I'll guess in my head, and I'll tell you if I was right.
Okay.
There he is.
The full body. Yeah, that obviously makes sense now you said it, Jack.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
Nice.
Was not expecting the shield.
Yeah. Had to make some liberties to it, but yeah, shields. Jordan's got that. What else does he have, Jordan?
He's got a signature crossbolt gun. That would be the guidable projectile weapon that you saw during the movie that had quite a pivotal outcome at the end, of course. But that's something that you can use. And I can give a demonstration here a little bit. But he's also got his variant of the combi stick as well that you can equip. So,
can you break it in half?
Yeah, no, it exists on the existing combi stick structure. It's just a variant like the City Hunters, just to be able to bring that into play as well. So yeah, it's definitely been a fun implementation in general to be able to go beyond just the mask that we had originally done. So it's been a lot of back and forth and playtesting and kind of getting those weapons into the fray, because it does produce just another element of the balance and kind of what people are going to be experiencing. But we've had a lot of fun internally kind of messing with them and playing with what the dynamic means. But like Jared says, it also is coinciding with a massive engine upgrade, as well as just a bunch of other improvements that we've been trying to make based on what we've known about in the past and what's in live, but also trying to focus in on things that we've learned as a studio to improve on, things that we just didn't have time for, didn't get to in specific instances. We got a lot more focus into it, so it's improved drastically in a lot of different ways, not just in a visual sense from the upgrade, but also just the developers coming back and really giving it the time to improve in as many ways as possible.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. You guys have had a chance to revisit this game that, I mean, I'm sure you can't speak to this, but I'm sure was tripped up a bit with the lawsuit. And then just with the publisher maybe not wanting to go as long as you guys foresaw a future for the game, being able to take that on yourselves as you've gotten into publishing now and relaunching the game on next generation hardware with these upgraded visuals and the feral predator, which is awesome to see, because I remember when that movie came out, we got the mask. I was like, that's awesome. I just wish Feral was in the game, and now to see him and he looks great, and that's awesome.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, like you spoke on it. There's a lot of hand tied behind your back, kind of wanting to do so much more and unable to do it. So that is kind of an exciting thing for us to be able to bring it to next gen, being able to come in, upgrade, update the engine. With that, we were given more lighting, bells and whistles, and a lot more texture memory and a lot of other things that, doing a game in the last phase of a hardware platform is you're dealing with a lot of elements that are completely out of your control. So being able to come back and dial up the textures, dial up the lighting, dial up the shadow maps, really just kind of do a lot of the things that we were unable to do just technologically hamstrung. But then also, so many people, this was Jordan's first game as a designer, and he did a lot of really dumb things. And so him being able to come
I
back.
brought this up. I brought it up to him that I was just shocked at the things I was stumbling across, because going back through the different code bases and like the blueprints and the different things that I personally was responsible for, I am just like, I'm mad at my old self for doing the things I was doing. So it was a good experience to like get that shoved in my face over and over again, but ultimately is making some pretty remarkable improvements just to the playability and functionality across the board.
So more than just a visual overhaul, there's stuff going off under the hood that has changed with what you've learned as a studio over the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And that goes into like bringing over our friends system and crossplay improvements, matchmaking preferences, like all the things that we've been building over the past few projects. We've been able to swing through and kind of just inject whatever's working well and improve the experience overall, so that we can bring the learnings that we've done, not only just in a game sense, but just the logistics of what that user end experience for multiplayer actually looks like, so that people are having a good time doing it, and it's not a frustrating type of thing for people.
So is it like a 1.5 kind of release? Not quite a Hunting Grounds 2, but
definitely not 2. Like 2, we would do so much more, but we've done a lot to it to kind of bring it to a higher level. I mean, like Jordan said, it's not only just him, but a lot of people. Like I had joined Illfonic, really right when Hunting Grounds got started. Like my second day was when we saw a guy at Fox, and we're like, hey, we want to do a Predator game. We just got done with F13. And so it was like, not only the studio was new to me, Jordan was new to it. A majority of the team that we built for Predator Hunting Grounds has now been together, man, for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. And so, a lot of people that were just coming to the studio, and we were just trying to, COVID, we were shipping a game during COVID, and we were just trying to get this second iteration of an Illfonic, asymmetrical game. And so us coming back to it and being able to do all the things that we did back-end wise and netcode wise between F13, Predator, Arcadegeddon, Ghostbusters, Killer Clowns, and now coming back and using a lot of that back-end code, and everything has just been really great to kind of, put all of the iterative machine into a fun game that we really, really believed in, and being able to come back to something that we loved so much. It's just been really great.
Tell us about bringing Feral in then. Did you have access to the suit and stuff like that, or were you
got a lot of shots? And the unfortunate thing was that was just one of those scenarios where when we were, man, it's such a blur. It's like we got the initial images of Feral before Prey was announced, and there were a lot of elements that we weren't able to do, and there was a lot of kind of security systems that needed to be in play that we just couldn't handle and do. So we were like, hey, Prey is coming out. This looks amazing. We have to at least do the mask, and we did the mask, and then everything just kind of went to, fell in the mud, so to speak. And so when we got everything back up and running, it's like, we have to do Feral. We have to do a bunch of other things for it. And so, I was beyond excited when Prey was so good, and Dan did an amazing job, and it's really cool because the filaments of video game and cinema at Fox are starting to connect, and we're starting to get rolled into a lot of really cool conversations. And we've heard through the grapevine that Dan had said, like, oh yeah, we played Hunting Grounds in production.
I was going to bring that up.
And he's very aware of it, and he loved the game, and apparently he was inspired by the Pred core We got to see for the first time a predator moving through the tree line and stuff like that. And so for us to see, inspiration from the game to the films, it's really cool. And I mean, it's pretty cool because a lot of the time you'd have to go like, oh, that edge thing that was inspired by the game, maybe in other stuff, but like even in Ghostbusters, some of our gameplay from that got pulled into the film. So it's really cool to see the games are inspiring the cinema side of it. And we're really excited because Fox is pulling us really deep, because we're not just like, hey, here's the update and we're walking away. We're doing some more stuff with Hunting Grounds that I think people will be really excited about. But because of that, we're getting rolled into all of the great things that is going on with the IP, and it's really, really cool shit. Like Dan's doing a lot of really really great things from Prey and what he's done. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, we know he's been up to some other things lately, which we'll likely be seeing more of next year. So it is a very exciting time for the Predator property, and I think it's a great time to bring this game back to life a bit.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. I can't wait to show you the other stuff, but we'll focus on Feral right now and what the game has become. And then when that's boring, then we'll bring the other cool stuff around.
I don't know if Feral will ever be boring, but we are looking forward to more cool stuff for the game.
So he's actually a bit of a controversial design, I suppose.
It's the abs. Say. It's the 18 abs.
The 18 pack.
Yeah, it's yeah.
How movie accurate is he gonna? Can we see him unmasked in the game?
Yeah, it was a massive pain in the ass.
Okay. I'm sure
because structurally it's just so different
he goes around, his mandibles are different.
To put some custom stuff in there that allowed the mandibles to react properly when the mask is on, because that's most of the other predators aren't dealing with that. So there has been some specifics we needed to put in to make sure that he matches as close as possible, while also adhering to the guidelines of the code base we have. Because while we would like to fix a lot of things, sometimes there's things that when a game's done, there's not a lot you can do without completely overhauling stuff. So it's tricky, and it's a fun challenge, and I think we brought him in really nicely.
So a slight different interpretation based around the limitations of the character models and stuff like that.
I feel like if you're pixel peeking, you're anything like from a movie to a video game, you're going to see it's just like with Mr. Black, it's like he's not 9 feet tall. He should be taller than him. It's like, cool. That makes a completely different animation set that we're not going to do for one guy. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I do think if you're a fan of the movie and you see it, you're gonna be like, oh, that's it's cool. Like we got the 18 pack, we got the mandibles, we got the different pieces. His dreads are totally different, but I'm really happy with what the tech team and the artists were able to pull off with him. And he looks really, really cool.
Is
very
he
popular internally?
Oh yeah. Is he a straight up? Is he going to be a static kind of customization, or is there any
shaders and stuff?
How am I phrasing this, Aaron? Yeah, we're going to be able to change his skin tone like we can the others. Any armor kind of things to it, or is it this is the movie?
We could pull him up in the game, right, Jordan? Like
beginning the share.
Right? Yeah. There we go.
Oh snap!
Here's our boy.
Wow. Yeah, those dreads look great. I'm sure that was tricky with them being like thinner.
Yeah, so that's you got the weapons here. I'll just show these off. The crossbow gun.
Oh, that's cool.
You get the shield, which doesn't display the energy portion in this screen, but that's it. But yeah, there is customization. Like you're able to get the other skins, and there you go, mask off shot right there.
That's very close to
That was awesome.
Yeah, you can still be able to explore the many customizations that we've given and provided for all the different predators that we have. So,
and of course,
the new mask. Let's see what he looks like with the new mask. Come on, Jordan.
With what?
With a new mask.
Oh, with a different mask.
Yeah.
I'm sure he appreciates having a plasma caster too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you know, that's obviously different for you guys.
Did you want a specific mask?
No, I was just wondering.
Okay.
So he's still fitting in there. Yeah. So I mean that's got to be fun in its own right, you know, from creative point of view, in making it work to your existing, you know, models and animations and everything.
Fun for us, but to our tech artists.
Oh yeah, we don't have to deal with it.
For sure. Yeah, we're like, make a cyborg. I don't care. You know, it's just like it's super fun for us. Absolutely.
As a class, is he more of a brawler berserker kind of role? Have you balanced it?
Yeah, we're balanced it. You'll see when he comes through. He's got some quicker attributes to him, but that's definitely still in the final solidification stages. So
not ready to show off the stats yet.
All that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, he does look great. It's awesome to finally have him in the game.
Yeah, he turned out really, really good.
I'm curious to see those new items in action. Can you show us, Jordan? Can we see the shield?
I suppose so.
Why don't you run around and kill some?
Reminder: development build, still work in progress, not final build. Yada yada.
It looks like you guys had a new menu there as well.
So we've been a lot of the menus have gotten touched in a way that have improved them functionally, and then in some cases optimized visually as well. We cleaned up this menu for the Predator specifically because it was pretty messy, and we wanted to kind of fix a lot of the things that you didn't really need to see or was kind of busy and things. So improved a lot of the player cards and the way that stuff is all populated. But like the main menu, I won't step through everything back there, but we have implemented a lot of our main improvements to buttons and focus issues and different navigation options menus, stuff that we've been working on for a while that we just brought practices back that we had possibilities of doing, including stuff like the key rebinding menu and things that just needed some love to get kind of onto the next level of what we're capable of.
So I noticed during the trailer, it also said expanded crossplay. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Is that just adding the Xbox console, or has there been anything else that's been done to crossplay?
Correct. It is now that we have the Xbox side, it's going from PC and PlayStation 4 now to PS4, PS5, Xbox, and PC all together. So everyone will be able to play and use that new crossplay and friend system that we've set up.
Oh, okay. So is it not tied to Epic anymore? Is it being switched to a new crossplay system, or
it's still, we still run our crossplay system through the Epic setup,
gotcha.
but we have a better UI and link up system and friend system in place for inviting and seeing all your friends. We basically built it out in Clowns and now brought it over here for something that's now the second iteration of that process.
Gotcha. So I know
they're polished.
Yeah, that's good. So I noticed you had mentioned in your press release that came out some months ago that the game is getting new content through this year and next year, 2025. So is that still the current plan? You guys are you're bringing this back to kind of a live service for a bit and seeing how things go?
Yeah. I mean, really, that's the big thing. We've got a good stack of content coming out, and we're hoping that the community kind of reforms around it, and it makes it so it's beneficial for us to keep on pushing on things, and we're going to be watching everything. We're in a different phase of gaming than we were with COVID. So we have a lot of content ready and going through approvals that we're really excited about. We're starting to talk about new stuff, but we have like plenty for this year and the beginning of next year to keep going with it. And as anytime that you launch a game, we just watch all the feedback, all the bugs, balances, all of that. So we're already planning on that. We've got a good little kind of splinter team that's going to be working on making sure that everything's running well, and we're just kind of like trying to restart the motor, you know, and hopefully people on Xbox get a brand new game that they've never been able to play, and they've always been jealous of other people for being able to play. And so, you know, I really do hope, I mean, I feel like the Xbox is a completely different ecosystem that is a very shooter based North American group of gamers. And so I'm hoping that them getting this will be exciting for them. And I hope that they come to it and play it throughout this year. And hopefully we get some hardcores out of it. And yeah, it's really exciting.
I'm curious as well. Obviously, Adam's talking about bringing it back to being more of a live service kind of thing as well. But has there been any changes to like the single player aspects of it? You know, the bots and stuff like that.
Yep. So I've been going through, like, with everything, the main focus of the kind of big update that we're currently working on in kind of the past few months has definitely been around just upgrading the engine, getting it ready for this new environment, new platform, improving it as much as we can in the lighting wise. But a lot of the tertiary stuff has been, while we're here, let's clean up what we can, find the things that we know need a lot of improvement. That Fireteam bots were definitely on there. Took some time to polish off kind of how they don't have a ton of like specific big work in them, but like taking the time to tune them out to a place where they're not laser accurate, like military, like crazy over, like making them a bit more realistic in that sense, so they're fun to play with on both sides, so that they're still effective enough for Fireteam to play with, but they're at least something that you can play against as the Predator to get that training and just a little bit more of a, you know, not obviously a perfect PvP type S scenario, but something that gives you the feel for testing weapons and being able to see how they react with Fireteam instances specifically. So it also encompassed some NPC improvements on the actual guerrillas and the enemies to kind of make those experiences a little bit more engaging, so that either as a Fireteam or a Predator, you're getting some more interesting encounters that are more unique to just being by yourself. So made a lot of improvements in those categories that I feel has definitely improved that feeling and the ability for people to play by themselves and get a good feeling for what the game is.
Yeah, that was a really crazy part when we put the game out, just how many people play the game by themselves and just run around as a Predator. And it was kind of shocking for us, honestly, because we were expecting, I'm going to get the game get a multiplayer game on the matchmake, and we were able to see the numbers of people just running around by themselves. Like, man, there's a lot of people that just run around killing and you know, grinding for that sweet loot and tapes. And we have definitely came in and touched on them.
Any new tapes? Any new narrative stuff coming? Can we talk about that?
No, nothing new with that. You know,
Okay.
we definitely, I feel like we pushed the boundaries of new lore, because I mean that was the thing. We got everyone in and we did everything, and there's only been Prey, and Prey really has not much connectivity to this timeline because it's so far. Fair. So like, I mean, honestly, if there's new stuff that we can you know figure out ways to do with tapes and stuff like that, it's we definitely might. I mean, that's the really big thing. It's like it was this was an exercise of us, you know, not wanting to let it go away and just kind of you know fit her off into the sunset of you know an old console. So us bringing it to the new consoles, bringing us to another console, we hope that there is something with that allows us to go like, hey, we need to keep on, you know, churning stuff out, and we have a base and we have people that are having fun with it, and you know we have good users, and you know that's the big thing, because we're a little small indie studio that you know made something really great that we're really proud of, and we're bringing it out. And so if it does do well, you know, there's never the idea, there's never a lack of ideas. I mean, it's if we don't have ideas, I'll just, you know, text you guys, and
Hey, you're very welcome to.
yeah. So I mean, this universe is just so awesome, and it's honestly, I think that it's going to start thriving even more with everything, and I really have extremely high hopes for the franchise, higher hopes than I had when we launched, honestly. There was a lot of stuff that when we were launched, we're like, ugh, boy, what's going to happen? And you know, Prey proved itself to be a cool, interesting thing. We're hoping that, you know, it's just even brighter, and we're hoping to like pull things from it. And yeah, it's very exciting. It's a really cool era, I feel, for the franchise, because, you know, they fought to get it back, and being able to do more with it, and they're gonna definitely do more with it, I'm sure. So it's gonna be a cool one for sure.
And of course, you've got all the new Marvel stuff as well as a potential place to dig into.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see more comics I mean, the Dark Horse era of Predator was awesome. Like, it was just new books coming out all the time, and I think that they have to be starting the machine up. I'm not aware of any new books or anything massive, but I really would love to see more books, be able to pull from it, and you know, just kind of it's just so much. There's just so much that someone can do with this franchise. I mean, we've done a lot. Yeah, we've done so much, and it's crazy. Like, the not the limitations, the lack of limitations. Like, we throw out crazy idea 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 12. You know, it's like they're letting us do it, and they give us a little bit of feedback or you know, tutorage. But, like, you know, the new content that will be coming out, I'm very excited about. It's definitely a lot of the cool new Preds that we've done in the past. You know, different styles and different themes, and different play with it, different weapons. It's gonna be a really fun few months for sure, as we're able to get past launch and start getting to the other ones, and being able to get people to play, and then they're just cool as hell. Like, I just wish we could pump out action figures on top of it, but, you know, it's just, those take so long to make that it's not an easy thing. So anyone that wants to 3D print out all of these Predators, you know, rip them out of the game, and show me statues, because, man, I think that what our art team's done are just super cool. They come, you know, like, they get like a half paragraph from us, and then our Ivan has done, who's done all of the Predators. He's back at it again, and he's done some really cool stuff.
And then seeing the creations that come out of the, basically just throwing it into the customizer and being able to see what people do to mix and match things together, it's created just insane opportunities to make even cooler looking Predators in different ways. So
that's always been one of the strong things about the game, was the customization of the Predators' appearances. Anyway, you know, it was one of the appealing parts.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Like, I know some players would even do Predator fashion shows. I know they had a couple of those. Yeah, seeing some of the stuff your concept artists have posted to, like, ArtStation, it's just been really cool. They've done fantastic work, and if some of them are back on it, I can't wait to see what they've come up with. Like, and yeah, speaking to a figure, I think what you guys did with some of those Predator designs, like that base Predator from Hunting Grounds, is a really memorable design. I would love to see, like, a NECA figure from that.
I still do not know how we haven't had that from NECA yet.
Yeah,
they dealt with the same stuff we dealt with.
I suppose, yeah, of course.
You know, it was everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you start to feel cursed at that point?
After Friday the 13th, I'm sure.
You know, yeah, no, it was. I mean, it's just like
where it comes with the territory.
Yeah, it's something that we don't own, that we didn't create. You know, the people that you know deserve things. I would say that if it was a different world angle, and I created something. I feel like, it's just, yeah, we can't talk about that.
Fair enough. Well, last quick question for you here before maybe we'll move on over to some gameplay. But let's say someone's playing this on PS4, or maybe they're playing it on PS5. They're playing the PS4 version. How is the upgrade process if they want to get on the PS5 version of the game? Is it pretty seamless, or?
It'll be a new version. Their PS4 version will of course run on PS5, but the new upgraded version will actually be an upgrade cost, and it's going to be $19, and you get the whole everything, but you'll also get Feral with it. So we're kind of trying to make it a little bit a sweetening of, like, if you had it, it is a new publisher, so we had to do that to track things out. There are elements and hoops that we had to jump, and so we needed to do those things. But yeah, the PC is different, so you'll get all those elements with it, upgraded and everything like that. Wait, is that true? I get confused with some of this stuff. Jordan, do you know?
I don't remember it all specifically, but I mean, PC is just going to be an update, since that's already just receiving the existing content. And
is that both Steam and Epic iterations?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
cool. Well, shall we pop on over to Discord and see some gameplay?
Absolutely. Let's go over there.
What's your favorite map, Jordan?
I think Overgrowth.
Yeah,
OG. It's a classic. It's the
first map we did.
Made. It just has memories tied to it, so I definitely like it a lot.
Nice. Probably excavation for me.
Yeah,
really?
I think I like it's a lot more dynamic in its heights, and the cave. It's got some good stuff.
I remember when I jumped, I was like, yeah, we have an Ewok village? This is crazy. Super weird.
I chased someone off it the other day. He chose death by falling rather than me killing them as a predator.
Too funny.
Was that internal or online?
Internal,
yeah. All the play tests, all the bugs, all the things that we gotta find.
The fun part of game development.
Well,
we all know how coding works. You fix the one bug and then you create some other random bug somewhere.
Usually is the case, yeah.
And noticed his roar is a little different. That's cool.
So yeah, that's actually another thing. So there's a lot of audio that we've improved in this. Not only things that we hadn't gotten hooked up, but a lot of things that weren't playing correctly. But we've also done a pass to get all the proper roars onto people, or onto the predators, the specific types of predators. So you'll notice a lot of difference there.
Are we getting the tiger growl from the AVP Preds then?
I'm not sure the full extent of all of them.
We got so many Pred roars. I'm not 100%, but I'm feeling pretty good about the authenticity of all of the Preds for sure.
Sure, Adam.
I remember I remember how excited people were when you added the "Want Some Candy" emote, and
so good.
That is used a lot by Predator players.
Yeah, so let me just, so this is you're getting a pretty good dose. It's the new lighting and the different post-process effects that have come in. You'll see a lot of it kind of leads to a much more dynamic look and a lot more of the dappled lighting effect that plays in making it feel like it's a more, realistic environment. So a lot of the maps really benefit from having just more interest in the shadows than darker areas that allow you to kind of sneak in and out as both sides. Like, it gives you the opportunity as a predator to utilize the approaching from brighter areas, like using the sun to your advantage and kind of creating a bit more of a tenser hunting scenario, especially when the fire team has to deal with a lot of the lighting changes and kind of what it means for their visibility. So that paired with a rework of the water shaders, there's been a lot of work done on the ways that the water reflects and kind of reacts and looks in these scenarios. So reflections are improved. But yeah, lots of improvements just across the board with the maps
Isn't
themselves.
there a waterfall behind you? Didn't that get updated too? Like just the look of it all?
All looks on the water, splashes, and improved a lot of that stuff. So there's just numerous improvements, too many to mention here, but they all come together to create just like these maps are going to feel different, and it's going to it feels a lot more unique to be kind of moving through these with these lighting setups, including the night stuff, which we can kind of check out too in a little bit.
Is that the wolf skull on the?
That is. We
it's a bloody one from the movie, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
That's nice.
Had to have that, just a little tip of the hat.
Get this guy.
Damn weapon, Jordan.
I know, I'm going to. See if he notices me. Hey, buddy.
Oh, nice.
So one of the fun portions of it is there's some misdirection you can use. Oh, there's some dudes coming. Once you let go of it, it does leave behind a temporary energy shield that allows you to kind of either cover your retreat or just create a visual distraction, because they could still be shooting at that, and you can really use that as an opportunity to flank and move around.
Can you use it as a melee?
So it has active melee potential with the wrist blade, so it's a very active release and use, meant to be paired directly with that.
Okay. Right. Get you up close and then do the damage.
Yeah, so you can get up close. So you'll see my energy depletes as I take substantial damage, and it will overload when it hits like that. So it is not invincible. It just gives you a much better chance in certain scenarios, and if you use it sparingly and in correct ways, you'll be able to really balance out how it is consuming energy, especially when you're using it with the different, vision and view modes. So.
And it decloaked you there as well.
No, that's me spamming.
Okay.
Sorry. Need to get that updated on the energy shield portion. But yeah, so that's the shield. It's definitely used pretty effectively in different combat, and does create a new style of play that you're definitely going to want to take the time to learn its new ways. But
gameplay diversity is a good thing.
Yes, it is.
Hit him.
Here we go. Yeah, you don't know what's coming.
Oh, nice. It's guided then, huh?
Oh yeah, there's the.
Oh, is that a new? Okay.
Yeah, that's his bolt gun.
No,
yeah,
I meant seeing the visuals around. Yeah. Okay.
For which thing? Which one are you?
Picking the bolts up. Sorry.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, so that's part of the improvements that have been made around like UI stuff in general. There's a lot of like in-world UI that I wanted to get a bit more readable, especially with retrievable projectiles and making sure the visibility is there to help.
So on the spear as well.
Yes, spears, arrows, everything that you pick up in world, including the smart disc, has a path to increase the visibility of the UI, so that something that is meant to have that retrievability is not a difficult thing to find when you're traversing these maps. So that's been a big addition. That's helpful, and it kind of points to the different things that we look for, and as far as playability and general things that you're gonna want when when you're trying to like just play generally. The more readability there is, a lot of this gameplay is very quick, and there's split-second decisions that need to be made, especially on the Predator side. So a lot of the combat feedback elements have been improved to really make that an easier thing to do for more people. So you're not always just relying on knowing about it. You can kind of get that help in a feedback sense.
How far's the travel on the bolt?
Pretty far.
Yeah, that's...
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you terminate that, or was that the end of the?
That was auto. That was the auto. Yeah, you see the.
Yeah, that's some good fucking travel.
It's definitely a little harder to control speed wise than the smart disc. You know, you have the ability to kind of push and pull on the actual speed of the thing as well as just how it's controlling. So this one is unique in that it's a standard speed and kind of direction. If you look closely, you can actually see the red dot for the guiding laser that appears on it. So if you're a fire team member and you're getting one that's coming at you, you will see it on your friends as they're about to get targeted by it.
That's cool. Is the shoulder cannon backpack unique to the design wise? Is that unique to Feral?
That's his pack. I mean, these are definitely the places that we take them more so in line with the way that our plasma casters exist in game. So it kind of goes off of that, but then it ultimately needs to fit what we have.
I'm thinking more the bronze kind of aspect to it. It looks very in line with like this gauntlet.
It definitely matched
like that.
metal. Definitely matched his metal, but I think
that looks different.
Like a mix of a few. It was definitely themed off the gauntlets, but I think it is a new one as well. Definitely like a kit bash of pieces from others, but I think that is like if there were a feral caster that is I believe pretty much unique for him or for the casters.
Cool.
We've been doing that. There's a caster that I saw the other day that I'm very excited to show off.
Ooh. Yeah, it's so cool to finally see him in the game. And I know you guys, the last content you guys did for the game, I think was the AVP Preds, and I was always hopeful for those through the first few years. So appreciate you guys adding both Wolf and the AVP Preds, all three of them.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to be able to get those that aren't, technically Predator, because it's the other, it's all sorts of different approvals through other elements of the entire universe. But yeah, getting Feral in, like, man, I really love these monsters, and so for us to be able to get into it and get deeper, it's been really cool. But yeah, the big lumbering football player Predators, we always had them on the list, so we can really get them in.
He looks good.
Definitely.
Do you want to show like a night map, Jordan? So
yes.
Get a sense of some of the new lighting at night.
Yeah, some of the lighting at night. So another thing we did is we did take a new pass at night vision for the fire team with the new night map stuff. But we also implemented post-process overrides as well. So I'm gonna play fire team this time, but I can also show off the pass on the. Let's see. Let's go to excavation. But we also added a post-process override for the Predator side so that they can have a more hunters-esque view of these maps. So you don't have to rely on vision mode to see. So it goes into like having their ability to kind of have the eye exposure to kind of see at night a lot better. And then additionally having, setting up some issues where there was, when you hit second wind, it was very difficult to see. So it helped ease a lot of those issues with it too.
Yeah, so right now, new fire team stuff is pretty anemic, but that's just one of those things where we had to choose what's importance. I feel like we have a lot of weapons, we have a lot of fire team members, so for us it was really focusing on the Predator content, bringing in new Predators, because that's the thing that I feel a lot of people get really excited about, including ourselves. So we went for that. And we put out a lot of really cool stuff for the fire team members to be chasing and weapons to be chasing as well. But the new night vision is pretty neat. The night maps, I think are
oh yeah,
that already looks.
Yeah, that's That is definitely better.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
But
night
yeah,
vision looks
definitely-
great.
definitely took some time to make sure that we got a little bit more realism in it, as well as making it, balancing it with being useful. So
And I think even as a fire team player, it's interesting to go against new predators and new weapons and stuff like that.
yes, yeah, new things to learn, new ways to kind of navigate the spaces, and then just consider the way that you're going to be kind of dealing with the different scenarios that unfold, especially when they're starting to learn new special ways to attack and kill you. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, you were saying earlier, weren't you, about being surprised how many people just played the Predator on their own? And, you know, as a shit Predator player, myself, that's kind of like a good way to actually get to grips with everything.
Absolutely, especially when you get a new weapon to kind of, become proficient in. Absolutely agree. And I mean, I definitely have played a lot by myself, just wanting to play the game and not wanting to matchmake or get shit on by a bunch of people. So it is kind of an unintentional byproduct, really, because I do like just coming in and playing Fireteam, and playing an FPS that should have a monster running around, but just doing objectives and once again hunting for tapes and all of that.
All the
Sweet
sweet Veritanium.
Yeah, I remember the old Veritanium runs before I unlocked everything.
Yeah, there's now sound specific. You don't get an ammo sound when you pick up Veritanium. You actually get a Veritanium pickup sound.
Oh, okay.
Part of
Next-
the little things that we've improved. A lot of little bits and pieces, but like that's the whole thing here. Is like there's been so many things that as we've been playing and trying to catch all the things that broke from just upgrading to the new engine, like we've just had to sift through all the content, all the gameplay, all the features, and come face first with them as like, okay, is this functioning the way it should? And was this ever functioning the way it should have? I don't know, but we're gonna fix it now. So just a lot of tertiary things have gotten improvements beyond just a visual and kind of graphics upgrade as we move to the next gen stuff. So it should overall make a much better experience, especially to players that have never played the game for the first time. So they're getting the true initial dive into what this should be.
Or
Yeah,
even
the light-
played it at the beginning and
Yeah.
years and years of content that I always forget about that tunnel area, and I was even like, what?
Yeah, the lighting in the cave looks phenomenal at night.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those fire barrels were always finicky when you guys first launched the night maps, because I would try and use the light for some of the screenshots I was taking, but they look great now.
Yeah. I added that flickering on there. See that?
Yeah.
It's very, very moody.
It's the little things, right? But yeah, that's what's been so fun about this, is like jumping through it and just thinking of the ways that we've played it, other people have played it in live, and then trying to find ways to really polish out what we've created from the base level, but then make it more fun, make it cooler, make it more enjoyable to
How long
blow
have
things
you
up.
How long you've been working on the polish version? Relaunch, I guess.
I don't.
I mean, we've been I think that there's been people working on it in secret for like quite a while. And
Probably, yeah. It's been a few months. Like the initial stages of it were very much like getting the engine
pre-announce, like
Yep.
the bug fixing, and getting all that, and getting fighting for the everything. And I mean, it's been a while. Like I said, everything's just a blur now. We all of these games, I don't even remember starting when we started on Clowns or when we started on Ghostbusters.
the timing,
It's just we have these splinter groups essentially working on all these little projects and getting things going. So I think that like we started working on getting Predator, like just the bug fixes for that initial, like, hey, we got Predator back. That was quite a few months. that was a while ago, and then just pulling people to this project, and kind of it's been, I don't know, man, like even a year and a half or something like that. It has
wow.
not been a
This
short amount of time.
the most but I think the biggest amount of work that we've been doing has probably taken place in the past 6 months. Like we've been very project split, like doing a lot of different stuff. So to like the amount of like engine upgrade, and then me coming over and working on a bunch of stuff, like it's been the past few months.
Yeah, Jordan only counts development when he's on the project. So after he saved the day, he moved back to the baby to clean up all of his mess
from 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry, I'm just playing now.
Yeah, you clearly are.
Emotions.
And every map has kind of a unique lighting at night. I've noticed. Like, so I'm excited to see what they all. I mean, you don't have to show us all.
I'll go through the preview stuff. Like you can kind of see it.
But
depending on where
yeah, I'm really excited about the new lighting system you guys have put in or implemented with this newer version of Unreal.
Yep, there's been a lot of good improvements for it, and I think that'll be, a big part of, especially for someone like you who likes to take screenshots and kind of manipulate and use what's there to kind of create cool looking stuff. I think it'll give you a whole nother layer of stuff to mess around with.
Yeah,
we should
excited.
Just give you a copy of the engine, and so you could just get into Unreal and just make your own scenes.
That sounds cool to me. For some games that don't have a supported photo mode, I do use there's this guy on Twitter. He goes by Otis on like his Patreon, and he does like custom photo modes for games using Unreal Engine and Locker. And so that's what I've used for some of the Alien games like Fireteam Elite and Aliens Dark Descent that don't have like a built-in photo mode. I mean, it's awesome when you guys. I mean, you gave players the opportunity to turn off the HUD and they can just kind of use the gun lenses as variations of the photo mode. But for a lot of games, there's just no way to do it unless you find a third-party camera tool that can be injected into the game.
Yeah, most games don't put technology into one person to allow them to take photos.
all the changes that were made to Hunting Grounds were for you specifically.
Hey, I'm not the only one out there who likes to use photo modes. They've gotten pretty popular.
Yeah. They're also a lot to implement at a usability level, because it's one thing to build out the functionality, but then to like completely build out the proper usage of the the UI and the things. Like I love them, but I know that it'll take some time before we get to the point where we're consistently getting that into play, because it's a lot.
Rip the assets, rebuild it in engine, and that's what Jordan used to do.
I learned to make games. Yeah, that was it. I was always doing that, and it was a lot of fun.
But thank you guys so much for giving us like an early sneak peek today. I don't know. Can you say when is this going to be dropping?
October 1st, right, Jordan?
Yep.
Okay, so coming up here pretty quickly, next couple weeks then.
Yeah. It's very exciting. Super exciting. We're just barreling down it while prepping for all of the other things and everything. But yeah, it's exciting to see this on Xbox, and this new version of it. It's just I'm so proud of it. It's just crazy that we're able to restart the engine essentially.
Yeah, that looks good. I really like what I've seen. I'm very much enjoying it. Looking forward to buying it again on Xbox.
Yeah.
I've given you guys much of my money. Three different versions of the game. Have a fourth, guys. Come on, here you go.
Well, thank you very much. And as after it's out and we're able to start talking about the other stuff, we absolutely jump in and play with you guys, and we'll bring some of our ringers, and we'll see how that goes.
Looking forward to
it. They suck to play. I'll tell you that much. It's just some absolutely insane predators running around.
Sounds terrifying. I'm already shitting the game, so
Yeah.
throw some good people at me. Well, before, is there any last things you guys wanted to say to our audience?
I mean, really, it's the Predator and AVP, communities that keep these games going. We're so happy that if I feel like people consider this a authentic Predator experience. I'm happy that people played the game as much as they did back in the day. Be it they were just stuck in a room and all they had were video games, and so now it's one of those fun things to kind of bring a new console, a new community to, and hopefully the people that always wanted to play it that just had an Xbox can get into it, and honestly at its best version so far, and I'm excited to bring it to all those people, and I'm personally excited to jump onto Xbox and be able to play it and finally play my Xbox again.
Yeah, it's fun
hasn't been seeing much games on it, but yeah, it's just a really cool thing to bring it over to that platform, and then crossplay. So hopefully people just the console war can truly go where people are claiming Xbox as a Predator and going and destroying some PlayStation guys. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think the whole studio is excited to release this, not only just to update the existing players and give them an experience of what we can do over time and kind of the iteration and the learnings that we've acquired over the years, but also just bringing in that whole new audience and seeing how that reacts with the existing ecosystem. And I'm going to be watching closely with the balance and the different things that are coming through from the community feedback. So be vocal, and we will track and do what we can to make sure that everything is playing as good as it possibly can, because we love this game and we are excited to be back working on it, and it's going to be a fun journey, and the more people that are coming into play, the more we're going to be able to do. So it's exciting.
Well, we never stopped playing it, but we'll be excited to play it maybe a little bit more with some of the stuff that's coming. But again, thank you guys so much for showing us this today, and we can't wait to see you on the hunting grounds.
Roll on October 1st.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.